Considering Egghead Island is affiliated with the world government, it was obvious that the arc would have some of the biggest names in the One Piece world. Obviously, not all the characters involved in the arc are blessed with outstanding power. With that in mind, this list will cover the strongest characters in the Egghead Island arc. Jewelry Bonnie. Jewelry Bonnie. Jewelry Bonnie is the captain of the Bonnie Pirates and the only female member of the Worst Generation. She possesses an unnamed devil fruit that allows her to alter the age of any person that she touches. On first impression, the ability might not seem particularly eye-catching, but she can potentially incapacitate an opponent by touching them once. Bonnie has yet to be involved in a major fight, but her involvement in the Egghead Island arc might change that. Kaku. Originally, Kaku was a member of CP9, but after being bested by the Straw Hats, the entire group was dismissed. Along with Rob Lucci, Kaku was promoted to CP0. As a masked assassin, Kaku is one of the strongest CP0 members. He is able to use all types of Rokushiki, but he's especially proficient at using Rankyaku. Kaku is also a devil fruit user, but it limits his range of motion, so he has to work extra hard to make it usable. While using his devil fruit, Kaku is able to increase the power and speed of his Rankyaku-based attacks. Kaku has not been engaged in a serious fight yet, but it is plausible to assume that Kaku's strength has increased since the time skip. Seraphim. The Seraphim are different from the other entries on the list in that they do not have a mind of their own. Instead, they take orders from different people. However, it is difficult not to include them as they are incredibly powerful. The power of the Seraphim was demonstrated when the Marines tried to capture Boa Hancock on Amazon Lily. In order to make up for their lack of strength, the Marines deployed the Seraphim to fight, and they nearly destroyed the island. These monsters are capable of destroying an entire crew of pirates with ease. One of them was even able to force Blackbeard onto the defensive. Jimbei. After several delays, Jimbei officially joined the Straw Hat Pirates in the Wano Country arc. Like the rest of the crew, Jimbei too had an important role to play in the arc. During the raid on Onigashima, Jimbei came face to face with Who's Who, a member of the Tobi Roppo. Many fans expected Who's Who to push Jimbei to the extreme, but the former Shichibukai made short work of his feline opponent. Jimbei's contribution in the arc landed him a bounty of over 1 billion berries. Sanji. Sanji is the cook of the Straw Hat Pirates, and one of the strongest fighters in the crew. As the child of Vinsmoke Judge, Sanji's body was infused with the lineage factor of another race. However, it took him a lot of time for him to awaken his latent power. His power surfaced while fighting against Queen, and it helped him to beat the All-Star comfortably. Sanji's new abilities grant him enhanced speed, strength, and durability. While Sanji may have a lower bounty than Jimbei, there is no doubt that he is still a part of the monster trio. Roronoa Zoro. Roronoa Zoro is a member of the monster trio of the Straw Hat Pirates. He joined the crew in East Blue, and since then, he has become an integral part of the crew. Zoro has faced many strong opponents, and they have helped him become a better swordsman. In the Wano Country arc, Zoro received Enma from Kazuki Hiyori. The legendary sword was wielded by Kazuki Oden, and he used it to scar Kaido. Enma has the ability to draw out the haki of a person, thus allowing them to land potent attacks on their opponent. After defeating King, Zoro has accumulated a bounty of 1.111 billion berries, which has increased his notoriety further. Rob Lucci. Rob Lucci is an assassin working for CP0. After being defeated by Luffy in the Enies Lobby arc, Lucci was kicked out of CP9. He had to wait quite some time to be reinstated, but instead of joining CP9, he joined CP0. Lucci is a ruthless person, and he is willing to kill anyone who dares to stand in his path. Lucci is able to use both Busashoku and Kenbunshoku haki. He also possesses the Neko Neko no Mi model, Leopard, a zone-type devil fruit. Through rigorous training, Lucci managed to awaken his devil fruit, which bolsters his physical strength further. Monkey D. Luffy is undoubtedly the strongest character in the Egghead Island arc. Coming into the arc, Luffy had defeated Kaido, who was one of the 4 emperors. Luffy's fight against Kaido was his toughest to date, and it provided him with very valuable experience. While observing Kaido, Luffy was able to figure out how to use Conqueror's haki to coat his body. Luffy also managed to awaken his devil fruit, which he dubbed Gear 5th. The combination of these powers makes Luffy ridiculously strong. Currently, there is no one on Egghead Island who can match his power. One Piece, Roronoa Zoro vs Kaku, explained. In the earlier chapters, Oda focused on Luffy's fight with Lucci. The two share a history that goes all the way back to the Straw Hats' attack on Enies Lobby. After Luffy secured the victory against the assassin from CP0, the focus shifted to 2 other One Piece characters, who had previously crossed paths. These 2 characters are Roronoa Zoro and Kaku. cutting off all the escape routes. As Luffy regrouped with his crew, the members of CP0 were looking for an opportunity to infiltrate the Frontier Dome. Luckily, someone turned off the defense systems, giving them a chance to enter the island's final line of defense. Lucci was reluctant to enter as he considered it to be a trap as it was too good to be true. However, the agents decided to enter it anyway. They stated unequivocally that they had destroyed all of the ships except the Thousand Sunny. So, Kaku leapt toward the ship and used Rankyaku, and if the attack had connected, the ship would have been rendered useless. Thankfully, Zoro managed to wake up at the right time and stop the attack. Both Kaku and Zoro were surprised to see each other, and it is highly likely that things are going to escalate. So, fans will be able to witness part 2 of the fight between Kaku and Zoro. The two fought each other in Eni's lobby, and needless to say, it was an intense fight. To counter Kaku's superhuman strength, Zoro had to utilize the Ashura Ichibuken. It's quite apparent that a lot has changed since their last meeting, but who holds the edge at the moment? Zoro's power. Roronoa Zoro has improved his haki and his swordsmanship. During the Eni's lobby arc, Zoro had no idea what haki was, but after training with Mihawk, the Straw Hat became aware of all 3 types. Zoro is currently able to use Busashoku Haki and Kenbunshoku Haki with proficiency. He also possesses Haoshoku Haki, but he has no control over it. But after training with Mihawk, Zoro's swordsmanship has reached new levels as well, especially after he received Enma from Hiyori. The blade was wielded by Kazuki Oden in the past, and he used it to scar Kaido's nigh indestructible body. While Oden had complete mastery over the sword, Zoro is yet to tame it. The blade is known for extracting haki from an individual's body, and since Zoro has no control over it, he can only use it for a limited time. Aside from Enma, Zoro's other 2 blades are also noteworthy. With the combined power of all of his blades, Zoro was able to defeat King, who was an extremely tough opponent. What makes the victory special is the fact that King's body was extraordinarily tough because of his Lunarian lineage and Devil Fruit, leaving Zoro with only a small window when his attack could hurt King, and the Straw Hat took full advantage of it. Kaku's possible power-ups. It is heavily implied that Rob Lucci had access to haki during the Eni's lobby arc. However, it is safe to assume that the other CP9 members, including Kaku, only learned to use it during the time skip. Considering Kaku as a masked assassin, he probably has good control over haki. Kaku ate the Ushi Ushi no Mi model giraffe, which is a zone-type devil fruit. As he had consumed the devil fruit moments before CP9's battle with the Straw Hats, he couldn't regulate its power. In fact, the ability to turn into a giraffe actually made things more difficult for Kaku, but he somehow managed to incorporate it into his fighting style. Due to his rigorous training, Kaku most likely has much better control over his devil fruit. In the upcoming chapters, fans might even get a chance to see an improved hybrid form. An awakening looks unlikely, but Kaku seems to know about zone-type awakenings, as he wasn't surprised when Lucci used his. Giving Kaku a devil fruit awakening will definitely be exciting, but given the drawbacks associated with the power, it seems improbable. Who will win? Kaku and Zoro have already started to fight, and chances are it will escalate into a proper duel. Keeping in mind their current power levels, the Straw Hat is likely to come out on top. Zoro has Haoshoku Haki, which can be drawn out with the help of Enma. All of Zoro's attacks that are covered with Haoshoku Haki are capable of causing immense destruction. While Kaku does have a great deal of resilience, he has no chance of withstanding his opponent's power. Kaku's only options are either waiting for Zoro to be exhausted or hoping that other CP0 members help him out in the fight. Furthermore, with the Egghead Island arc almost drawing to a close, the fight between Zoro and Kaku will be short and not drag out. Given that it's been a while since Zoro's last fight, fans will be hoping that the beloved Master Swordsman is given another opportunity to show off his techniques. That's a wrap for this video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. We'll be back with more amazing videos very soon.